You know how people always say, if only I could go back and make different choices. We all want to avoid that midlife crisis and have a smooth transition before we hit the big 40. So, in today's video, I'll talk about 8 things you should consider doing before turning 40. Keep in mind that growing up isn't the same as growing old. When we were younger, we mainly focused on school, friends, family, and having fun. But as adults, our attention shifts to work, finances, and relationships. As we age, we tend to become less tolerant of pain and challenges, and we start seeking more comfort. We also develop less patience for things that aren't useful or interesting. We want to know what we'll get out of something, and we want it sooner rather than later. Now, for some people, the transition from early adulthood to midlife goes smoothly, but for others, it can be pretty miserable. They might feel stuck, stalled, or like they're in a rut. They could become disengaged with life and lose their sense of identity, purpose, and connection to the larger community. So, the big question is, how can we navigate this tricky phase and turn things around? Well, here are a few handy tips. Number 8. Establish an exercise routine to stick to. According to a recent Swedish study, physical activity is the main factor that prolongs life and adds years to it. It can help us avoid or delay a bunch of age-related health issues. But it's not just about living longer. It's about making those years count. Exercise keeps us strong and nimble, boosts our energy, improves our sleep, and even enhances our mental health. Plus, it might even help ease chronic pain. And let's not forget the brain benefits, like keeping dementia, cognitive decline, and memory loss at bay. Exercise also helps our muscles grow, so we can keep doing everyday tasks independently. Now, we all know that as we age, our skin does too. Maybe you've noticed less elasticity or volume, a couple of fine lines, or even some new discoloration. Every living person's skin will get old and wrinkly, but you can slow down the process. After all, who doesn't want to maintain youthful skin? Have you ever noticed that post-workout glow after a good cardio session or fitness class? That healthier, clearer complexion comes from the increased blood flow during exercise, which helps deliver more nutrients to our skin and gets rid of impurities and blemishes. Number 7. Invest in relationships. When someone invests a lot of time, money, and effort into their relationships, even with a million other things going on, it doesn't go unnoticed. It leads to gratitude and reciprocation, which helps build a strong, meaningful connection. Honestly, everyone needs at least one of these bonds to be truly happy. When everything else in life is going well, not having these connections is often the only thing holding someone back from complete fulfillment. Investing in relationships has a huge impact on pretty much every aspect of your life. It's essential to recognize the power of relationships and use it to enhance your life, especially as you get older and your social circle naturally gets smaller. You know, priorities change, and so do those of the people around you. It's normal for friendships to come to an end over time. Your inner circle, the folks you spend most of your time with, will likely shrink and become even stronger. When you surround yourself with positive, kind, and supportive friends, you'll find partners to share your life with. The company we keep shapes our views and experiences, and the friends we choose play a big role in our personal growth and as members of our communities. Number 6. Grow your money. The transition from teenager to middle age is such an interesting time in life. You're usually super busy with your career, settling into your own place and figuring out how to handle life on your own. But in the midst of all that chaos, finding the time and resources to plan for your financial future is super important. You see, building your wealth early on can really set you up for a secure midlife and beyond. To start growing your money, you've got to face your fears. I know nobody wants to lose their hard-earned cash, but not taking any risks is just as bad as risking it all. A smart way to go about it is to diversify your investments, like putting money into appreciating assets, starting a side hustle, or renting out properties. And while you're at it, work on eliminating debts. A lot of young adults carry debt from student loans, car loans, or credit card purchases. Trust me, paying off that debt is going to do wonders for your future finances. In addition, don't forget to set up an emergency fund. It's always good to have a few months' worth of living expenses saved up, just in case something unexpected happens or you lose your job. Having that safety net can really bring peace of mind and reduce stress. Oh, and make sure you start saving for retirement. It'll make your golden years so much more comfortable. Number 5. Contentment. It's interesting how people often think happiness and contentment are the same thing, but they're actually not. Contentment is more like a state of mind you carry with you, while happiness comes and goes. When you're content with your life, you're basically embracing who you are and what you have. You feel good about the life you're living, rather than wishing for someone else's or constantly comparing yourself to others. It's all about appreciating the opportunities and experiences you've had and accepting yourself in the present moment. The thing is, what makes one person feel content might be totally different for someone else. It's really about your own needs, interests, values, and goals. And the best part is, you don't need to prove your contentment to anyone. It's not like you have to post about it on social media for it to be genuine. Once you've got that figured out, you'll notice as you get older that you might experience less stress, have healthier and stronger relationships, be more self-aware, and communicate your emotions and thoughts better. Number 4. Find a hobby. You see, it's easy for people to get caught up in work and forget about the amazing life that's out there, waiting to be explored. That's why it's super important to find hobbies that you can enjoy for the long haul. Having a hobby can do wonders for you. It gives you something to look forward to, helps reduce stress, and can even keep depression and anxiety at bay. Plus, engaging in a creative outlet helps keep your mind sharp as you age, reducing the risk of Alzheimer's or other types of dementia. As you get older, a hobby can also provide a sense of purpose and a way to relax. It's especially helpful for retirees to have something enjoyable to do that's completely separate from their work life, helping them maintain their identity. So, after a tough day at the office, hobbies are not only a fantastic way to unwind and have fun, but they're also super important for your overall well-being as you age. Studies have shown that people with active hobbies or groups tend to live longer, healthier, and happier lives than those without one. Number 3. Define your success. When it comes to success, it really is a personal thing, and it can mean different things to different people. For some, success might be about achieving specific goals, while for others, it could be more about their mindset or the journey they're on. And the thing is, success can be defined in so many ways, whether it's personal, social, religious, academic, or professional. The interesting part is that our ideas of success might change as we go through life. Our priorities and perspectives shift, and so does our sense of accomplishment. For instance, what was important to you as a young single adult might look completely different after getting married and having kids. Our values and priorities can change as we grow, and that's totally okay. In fact, many people now see success as creating a life full of love, learning, and adventure, while making just enough money to enjoy it all. Number 2. Know your personal values. It's so important to understand our personal values, because if we're not sure what we stand for, it's easy to get caught up in just about anything. Having a clear sense of our own values helps us figure out what really matters to us and what doesn't. Each person has their own unique set of moral principles, like being loyal to friends and family, or valuing integrity and modesty. You see, by the time you hit 40, you've had enough life experience to look back and analyze the patterns in your life, the things you've spent the most time on, and the things you decided to let go. These values really shape your identity and give meaning to your life. It's all about understanding what truly matters to you and staying true to those principles. Number 1. Don't take anything for granted. We often take things for granted, whether it's our health, loved ones, jobs, or even the money we think we'll have in the future. It's easy to forget that nothing is guaranteed and that we should appreciate what we have while it's still around. When we're young, it feels like our parents will always be there, but that's not the case, and we might think we have loads of time to reconnect with old friends or spend time with current ones, but time can slip away so quickly. Even having money now or thinking we'll have more later on can be an illusion. It's a tough lesson to learn, but it's also one of the most important ones. Embracing this mindset helps us cherish the moments and people in our lives and makes us more grateful for what we have instead of always looking for more. In conclusion, as we grow older, we need to be more mindful of what we feed our minds, not just our bodies. It's not only about the food we eat, but also about what we watch, listen to, read, and the company we keep. We should be conscious of what we consume emotionally, spiritually, and physically. To have a healthy mind, body, and spirit, it's essential to limit the junk we consume. Making healthy choices leads to healthy actions, and those actions result in positive outcomes. Whether or not these lessons resonate with you, remember that entering midlife doesn't mean it's the peak of your life. Many people find their path later in life. If you found value in these tips, we'd love to hear your thoughts, so feel free to share them by leaving a comment. With that being said, have a great day and see you in the next one.